Hello world and welcome back to Let's Play Harry Potter. Last time we came up to the upper floors for the first time and we learnt a new spell, and I've just realised I didn't show it off. It is Abiforce. So here we go. That is our last spell. We've learnt our last spell. This episode we are going to chase down Peeves because he stole a package from us. So let's jump through this door and chase down Peeves.
We start here. You must run across the roof beams. I've covered some of them in slippery flobber mucus just for you, Potter. If you get to the end before me, you win! Off we go, Potty Potter.
So here we go. This is the first of many chase sequences in the upper floors. That's a bit ominous. I say many. It's, I think, 2 chase sequences you'll do in the upper floors. As you can see, there is a bunch of red beans and chocolate frogs everywhere. So if you fall down or fall off these beams, you will take damage. So there is a chance you could die, but there is a bunch of chocolate frogs absolutely everywhere. So it's not too much of an issue. This race can actually be kind of challenging because there's a lot of jumps over giant, great big pits, and controlling Harry isn't exactly the easiest thing to do because he will just slide down and jump off a ledge, so it's not exactly the easiest thing to do in the world. If you miss any of these beams, oh my god, I'm still doing that. If you miss any of the beams, do not worry, you can actually get back in here. Unlike most areas where you can get beans in these sorts of circumstances, you can actually come back in here and get beans. So if you miss some, don't worry. I've missed a bean. Okay, I'm going to have to come back and get that in a minute. So I'll be able to demonstrate that. I didn't intend to do that. That was completely unintentional. Here we go. Let me just drop off this beam. That is one of the things that it can trick you with. Falling off that beam and just falling straight into the void. So when it comes to actually chasing him... Oh, I just want to make a note here. This bit, for whatever reason, causes a lot of game lag. Like, it can cause you to just shoot straight off the end of that beam because, like, your input's not being processed correctly because it's lagging. So just be careful of that. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So when it comes to actually chasing... Oh, hold on. Just wanted to make note. There is a cobweb there. You can get 5 house points from it. What was I trying to say? For the third time. Oh, yes. If you are worried that you're not keeping up with him, do not worry too much. Like... Peeves does stay like a fair way in front of you, but it's not too bad. Like, he will stop occasionally to let you catch up, so it's not too much of an issue. You just got to keep chasing him down. So I think the only time it will actually matter is when we get right to the end, and I'll point out when that like point is that he can actually win, because he can win this race. Like, he will get ahead of you a little bit and just edge ahead of you. So as you can see, we've got a lot of beans from this. Like, I think we get... I can't remember how many beans it is. It's like 45 beans. So this is the point where if you fall down now and fail, Peeves will get ahead of you and you will lose. So as you can see, that is incredibly close. If you fall down there, you will lose.
Potter cheats! Not fair! Peeves wasn't ready! Here, Peeves doesn't want your silly parcel. Take it back!
So, real question right now. How did he steal our parcel? I'm pretty sure he's a poltergeist. Actually, does that mean he can touch objects? I can't remember. I don't know what the rules are for poltergeists.
Your father left this invisibility cloak in my possession before he died. It is time it was returned to you. Use it well. To activate this cloak, pick up the invisibility tokens. They will only work for a short time, so be careful.
So here we go. This is the iconic Harry Potter invisibility cloak. So, as it says, it only works for a short time. You can't just put it on and be invisible forever. I mean, it would kind of make, like, the stealth parts of this game, because there are, like, spoilers, there are stealth parts of this game. So, it would make them incredibly easy if you could just turn invisible and stealth through all of it. So, there we go. What we've just done is we've managed to... I've just managed to hurt myself falling down. That's what I've just managed to do. So, what... we've managed to do is we've managed to unlock the door on the other side of this balcony area. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through that door straight away. What I'm instead going to do is just quickly run back through that entire section and show that you can pick up the beans after the race. You don't have to get them the first time through. So let's jump back on through here and I'll quickly do that. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, it's Peeves. I was wondering what that sound was for a second. I was like, what the hell is that? It's like, is that in real life? Is someone outside being a complete lunatic in the background? What the hell's going on? So here we go. Here's this beam straight in front of this suit of armor. I didn't actually mention the suit of armors while I was playing. You can't destroy them. They're just there. Like, There's not a lot you can do about them. You just have to dodge them. They're very easy. So there we go. I've got that bean, and oh my god, I nearly threw myself to my death. I thought that would happen a lot more in the last, like, race bit, but... oh my god, okay. Never mind, I'm cutting back to be on the outside of here, where I'm not going to accidentally throw myself to my death. So there we go. Now that I've got back out of there and come through here, let me jump down to this bookcase instead of breaking my legs. As you can see, there is another save book here, so if you want to save, you can come here and save. But what I'm going to do instead is come through this door to the Forbidden Corridor. So heading on in here, if I don't have developer stutter mid-sentence, all of a sudden. Ah, God, my pronunciation, it always baffles me. But heading on in here, as you can see, we have Mr. Filch, Yeah, Filch and Miss Doris. I'm forgetting the names.
Well now, students aren't allowed in here, are they? There are things in the Forbidden Corridor that are not for the eyes of mere boys like you. No, no indeed. Dumbledore has ordered that no students are to enter this corridor. And don't go trying a secret passage. Mrs. Norris and I know them all. Now be off with you, before I have you expelled for wasting our time.
I just want to say that, for whatever reason, Filch is actually looking very accurate to how he did in the movie. Well, not super accurate, he's a very low quality pixel, but more accurate than some other characters looking at you, Ron. But here we go. As you can see, we're going to have to sneak through here because it's literally the only place we can now go that we haven't already been. And, as I was saying before, stealth pass Filch and Miss Norris. I don't know why I have such trouble saying those names. But as you can see, down here, we have Filch. He's wandering around. And over there, we have a invisibility cloak token. So, if I was to jump over there and climb up on this bookcase, as you can see, up on that bookcase, there is a key. And down there is a locked door. So what we have to do is we have to get that key and unlock that door. But as you can see, Filch is wandering around and we have to be incredibly careful and sneak past him. So if we pick up this invisibility token, as you can see, I'll be invisible and Filch won't be able to see me. So I can just walk straight past him as if I wasn't there, climb up on this bookcase and get this key. So this is how this section of the game is going to go. We have to stealth around, and I have no idea how Filch didn't see that. He was literally looking at the door as it magically opened, and then someone went through it. Oh well, as you can see, as Filch said, he knows where all the shortcuts are, so he's now going to get ahead of us, because as you can see here, there is a bookcase, but you can't get through it. This is how how Filch is getting around super quickly. So if we come through this door, there is an invisibility token. Let's pick this up, and tippy toe, sneaky sneak, sneaky sneak. Dungeon man.
Yes, Mr. Filch, what is it?
Professor Snape, you said to alert you if I heard anyone sneaking around in the Forbidden Corridor. Well, Mrs. Norris and I suspect that one of the students may be trying to sneak past us.
I see. That's very interesting, Mr. Filch. And I have an idea who it might be. But we have ways of dealing with interlopers. You have my permission to use the harshest measures necessary. There is something very special in the Forbidden Corridor that I've had my eye on for some time. We can't let anyone interfere with my plans. Can we, Mr. Filch?
No, indeed, Professor Snape. Mrs. Norris and I will be extra vigilant, watching out for intruders.
See that you do, Mr. Filch. I have something special planned for anyone who tries to defy me.
Oh, ominous. Yeah, he is very ominous. I think he's in like that, you know, that phase of his life where he's like, oh, I'm super edgy and like, I'm darkness and stuff. But he just gives me that vibe, Snape, in this game. I mean, he kind of gives you that vibe in everything he's in for some reason. I think that's just kind of his character. But anyway, coming over here, we need to continue to sneak past Filch. And if I climb up here, if I have a look over, as you can see, there is Miss Norris. So, what I want to do is, I want to demonstrate something by jumping across here, and as you can see, Miss Norris will see me.
Well, we are in trouble now, aren't we?
And as you can see, once you get caught, you get thrown out. I wanted to demonstrate this for a simple reason, and that is that I want to demonstrate that you have to go through the entire thing again if you get caught. If you get caught at any point in this entire stealth process, you have to redo the entire thing. So you want to be quite careful, because this can get very tedious if you keep getting caught. So let's wait for Filch to move across there so that I can climb up here and get the invisibility cloak. One thing they do allow you to do is you don't have to get the keys again. You can just run past them and get to the end. So do not worry about that. I just wanted to quickly demonstrate that because this is probably the most convenient time to do it, because if I get caught later, I'm going to have to run through a lot more areas. So now that we've demoed that, let's head back through here and get to the challenge we were at before. So this invisibility cloak is probably going to run out before I get back up here. Yep, thought so. And as you can see, Miss Norris is now running back the other way, or walking back the other way. So what we want to do is wait until she gets past the invisibility cloak token. God, that's a mouthful. Pick it up and jump to this bookcase. So there is no way to get onto this bookcase without jumping from over there. So what you want to do is make sure you can make that jump before you go for it, because otherwise you will have to do that entire circuit again, get the invisibility cloak again, and climb up again. I just realised I was just standing there with my cloak slowly running out right in front of Filch, and I would have had to redo that section all over again, which is not what I want. So there we go. Filch is going to walk through that door, and I'm going to head through here. So if I'm remembering correctly, and I am, this is the most annoying of all the invisibility challenges in this section of the game. As you can see, down there is Miss Norris and also the key. So to get that, we're going to need that invisibility cloak. But to get that, we have to make this jump. And that jump can be an absolute pain in the butt. If you, for whatever reason, fail to grab the ledge, you will fall down and Miss Norris will see you. Also, be careful when falling down here, because even though this cloak makes you invisible, if you bump into either of them, they will catch you. It will not matter. So I would suggest trying to make this jump again. Before the invisibility cloak runs out, I had to hold my breath for a second there, because if you don't, there is a good chance you'll fall down and Miss Norris will see you, and you'll have to do that entire thing again. It is a pain in the butt to do this bit, because you're completely relying on the jumping physics to make this work. So Filch can sometimes stand directly in front of this door. I would suggest, even if you can do that bit really quickly, to make sure that... Oh, right, it's this cutscene. I thought for a sec there was going to be dialogue, but no, it's just this cutscene. If you fall down, or like if you think you can make the jump and get across, there is a chance Filch will just stand in front of the door and block you, and then your invisibility cloak will run out and you'll be stuck there. So coming into this room, as you can see, both Filch and Miss Norris are here, and this room is incredibly open. So this one isn't too bad. It's more about just not accidentally bumping into either of them while you do it. So this is where the key is, up on this bookcase. As you can see, this is not too bad. You've just got to be incredibly careful not to bump into either of them. And I still have no idea how they don't notice the doors opening, because surely that is the most obvious thing in the world. Oh well, who knows. Heading through this door, we will have a corridor. I thought it went directly to where I thought it was going to go. And over here, I have no idea what's on the other side of this door. All it says is danger, do not enter. But the sounds coming from in there do not sound good. So I'm going to leave that alone and go elsewhere and just simply come in this storeroom, because where else am I going to go? This is literally the last place I have to explore on the upper floors right now. So let's head on here and... Ooh, magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? I'm definitely not going with Harry, considering he looks like that. So as we stare blankly into this, it will trigger a loading screen. Yes, I thought it was going to be a cutscene, but no, it's just another loading screen.
Reflected in the mirror of Erised were Harry's parents, James and Lily Potter. Harry stared hungrily back as though hoping to fall right through the glass and reach them. He was startled when a voice sounded behind him. Harry turned slowly about. So you, like hundreds before you, have discovered the delights of the Mirror of Erised, said Professor Dumbledore. He went on to explain that the mirror showed nothing more or nothing less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our hearts, but that it would give neither knowledge nor truth. The Mirror of Erised will be moved to a new home shortly, Dumbledore went on, adding ominously that if Harry ever came across it again, he would be prepared. But prepared for what? Thought Harry.
And we'll never know, because that cutscene or that section of the book is never continued, so I can't remember what exactly he meant by that in the actual book, so we'll just never know.
Harry! A huge troll is on the rampage! It's cornered Hermione in the girls' toilets! She needs our help! We must try to rescue her straight away! Come on, Harry! We have to get moving!
See, Ron says that, but what I'm actually going to do is end off the episode, because that is too much for one episode to deal with, so I'm going to leave it here and do that next time. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. I've been HazzD, and I will see you next time for more troll adventures.